Guys, this is a story time on DR Horton just tried to set me and my husband up, and I perceive it to be as low-key racial profiling. Long story short, before I get into anything, because I'm going to just jump into the story time, I am a registered nurse. I am a vet. I served in the U.S. Army for 10 years, and my husband is active duty Air Force. So before we even get in there, I just want to lay down the rules of the law and let y'all know that we work very hard to be where we're at. We are very professional. We understand. We have worked with people that are hard to work with. We have done things. We have deployed. Come on now. So let's jump into it. 2022, we thought we bought our dream home here in Texas from DR Horton. We closed on the house the same day I got induced. Unfortunately, I think 3 weeks later, we were awakened to loud banging noises and our front door shaking. So we called the cops because we thought, okay, at this point, somebody breaking into our house. You know, we had the stuff in the house. Come on, we military, so y'all know where I'm going with that. We had stuff in the house, but let's also call the cops because my baby is only 3 weeks old. Call the cops. The cops takes about 30-40 minutes looking around the house. Nothing. The next morning, we wake up, brand new house. We have contractors coming in to put up our curtain rods and our curtains because the way the house is set up, I mean, you know, this is one of our forever homes. Contractor looked at our floor and said, ooh, that looks like a foundational issue. It's going across. The crack is going across your tile. Call DR Horton. Their warranty comes out, lifts up the crack. There is a crack in our brand new house from going up underneath the tub all the way across to the other room. Give you a sense of how our house is. It's a 1-story, 2,900 square foot home. One side of the house to the next. DR Horton says, no problem. We'll fix it. They epoxy it. Put new floors down. So for about 3 weeks, we had people in and out of our house. Remind you, I just had a baby, so 3 weeks. Remind you, my husband is active duty. I'm also a nurse. So, you know, we tired, we irritated every day. Because DR Horton doesn't have just one person come out. They have one person do the floors. They have one person do the crown molding. They have one person do the plumbing. They have one person do the actual epoxy. And then they don't correlate. We had to keep calling them to say, who's coming out here today? Sorry, my phone moving. They fixed it. 3 weeks later, it cracked again. At this point, we told them, hey, we just bought this house. Like, let's lay some options on the table because ain't no way this $600,000 home is cracking within the first 8 weeks of us just settling. There's no way. They offered us some stuff. We decided not to take it because you're still putting our family in a financial bind that we were not in, and we did not ask for this house to crack. Didn't take it. Fast forward, we went ahead and got our own engineer. We got our own inspector. They said, hey, your house is effed up, okay? We like, okay, going to legal litigation. This is where it gets a little funny, so I need y'all to follow me. If you ever buy a DR Horton house, make sure you read the contract because the contract that binds you to not suing them is their arbitration contract, okay? And you usually sign that when you put down that earnest money for that house. Something we did not know. Read it. Because we couldn't straight sue them. We had to go to arbitration. If you don't know about arbitration, I will explain that. Go in there. Before we even go to arbitration, we had the date set after a whole long year. In between this year, fighting with DR Horton, we got our dream orders to London, which had to be canceled because we can't rent our house. We can't sell it. It is terrible. On my page, if you look, there's a video of what my house kind of looks like. And I ain't even going to get into the rest of it, but we'll make another video of that. We thought we came to a deal. They laid out a deal for us. We were like, let's talk about it. Let's think about it. We said, you know what? We might take this deal. Might take the deal. In fact, I think that might be a good deal. We go home, we sleep on it. We call our attorney the next day. Said, no, we don't want to take that deal. After talking to a realtor, after talking to an actual contractor, we like, nah, they about to screw us again. Our attorney lets them know. They tell us, no, you have a deal because you said so. I remind you guys, no paperwork is signed. Our lawyer didn't sign off on anything, but because we said yes, we have a deal, DR Horton's like, nah, you have a deal. So from December of 2023 until now, DR Horton's been like, no, that's your deal. That's your deal. That's your deal. Even though we said, no, we don't care if you didn't sign anything. That's your deal. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay. I don't even. Long story short, we ain't taking that deal because here we are again, 2024. We're about to come back on the orders. We're like, hey, told our attorney, something needs to give because we cannot cancel these orders. If you know, you know. You can't play with the government every couple of times they put you on orders. It's just not going to work. And I'm tired. I'm going to tell y'all right now, because my foundation is cracked, for the last 2 years, my water bill has been like $400 or $500. It's probably a leak up underneath our house. My AC unit, because it's cracked, or my heating bill has been about $400 or $500 every month. So these are like bills, and there's 3 of us in the household, and we are both full-time workers. So there's no way that that's that much. But we ain't even gonna get on that. I just sucked it up, and we're paying for that, whatever. Here we are, March of 2024, still trying to get a deal. They don't want to hear us. They said we didn't sign any paperwork, but that's still your deal. Nothing has been signed. This is where we get into the racial profiling. My perception. Everybody else got their own perception. This is me. I called the corporate in Arlington, Texas. They said, hey, you fall under a different division in Texas. Called them, asked us to speak to the executive assistant, see if you can get something, but we can't help you because it's a different division. Cool. Called them on Tuesday of this week, guys. The lady said, I'll take a message and she'll call you back within 24 to 48 hours. Wednesday, didn't get anything, so I called them Wednesday, said, hey, I'm just trying to close the loop. She said, okay, I'll give you another message. Thursday, I didn't call. Today, I said, I ain't got no call. I'm going to go up there. So I went up there in my work clothes, guys. Work clothes. My husband went up there, and we had our 2-year-old daughter to talk to them today. Get up there. Very nice. I just want to let y'all know, like I said, we're professionals first and we're parents second. And there's a way to go about things. We have too much to lose to go up there acting rowdy, acting like a fool, you know. Acting like other words that people might say. So we go up there. I asked for the meeting. She says, oh, yes, I'm the one who said that she was supposed to call you back. She wrote me back on Tuesday and told me that you have to go through your counsel, your legal counsel. I said, well, nobody called me and told me that. This girl looked at me with a blank stare. I said, well, I'm already here. I drove almost 35 minutes to get here. Can I talk to somebody, a manager or something? In that exact tone. The girl told me, guys, follow me here. At 4:21 p.m., yes, ma'am, go ahead and have a seat and let me see how I can help you. All right, guys. This is where the stuff really starts to piss me off and where I perceive it to be kind of like low-key racial profiling. This is an email traffic of what they sent us or what they gave me in the office at 4:33 p.m. Remember, she told me to sit down at 4:21. So I'm sitting down watching Bluey with my daughter on my phone. Their attorney tells our attorney, I'm trying to call you. Your clients are in the San Antonio DR Horton office and refusing to leave. This is unproductive, and we do not want to escalate the situation. What the hell are you talking about? Because she told me to have a seat and told me to wait. So I'm very much confused. Our lawyer was in court. You know, he didn't answer, but he told us that they were blowing up his phone. Some girl comes out and shoves this email in my face and says, here, you can read it. I was told to give you this. There's nothing else I can do for you. I said, okay, well, what is your name? So I can tell my attorney who gave me this email. She didn't want to give me her name, y'all. I asked her 10 times, and you know what she kept saying, like a recorder? If you have any complaints, please email the DR Horton warranty department. If you have any complaints, I said, I'm not complaining. I'm asking you for your name so I can let my attorney know. You can't give me your name, but you work here. Ashley. I said, what's your last name? Took her a minute. Then she said it again. It's going to be a part 2. Anyways, long story short, my husband went up to the other lady and said, the way that this email is written is like we're trying to start something when y'all told us to sit down. This lady looked my husband dead in his face and said, do you think the way you're handling stuff right now is civil? Y'all, why would you say that to any other customer that has a concern about their house? And just because I'm in a legal litigation, I still own a DR Horton house, so I have the right to ask for the warranty manager. I have a right to ask for some type of manager. But the fact that you said to my husband, are y'all acting civil threw me for a loop because, baby, what are we doing here? You just tried to set me and my husband up into the situation that could have escalated if y'all would have called the cops, because you told me and my husband to have a seat and turned around and called somebody and said that we were escalating the situation and refusing to leave. DR Horton, what is really going on? Go to part 2.